Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel Talking with Jay Springett. This is a new video, a new topic. Yesterday I spoke about movies, today's TV series. Every day there's going to be a new topic, a new video every day, so stay tuned, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You will not be disappointed. I'm your host Jay Springett, of course, and this is the video, as I said, my favourite TV series. I'm going to be recommending a load of TV series to you. You may have watched some of these, you may have not. If I've missed any, comment down below, let me know. And let me know if you disagree or agree with me, and let's just have a community, a conversation in the comment section down below. This channel is not just about me, this is about you guys as well, voicing your opinions about all the subjects I'm going to be talking about. So just please stay with me, subscribe, as I said, hit the bell, and you will not be disappointed. I will be doing some live streams in the future, so I can get you guys on and you can voice your opinions through video or audio, whatever you want to do. That'll be amazing. I want to interact with my audience, that's one thing I do want to do. And I want to thank everybody that stayed tuned with me and subscribed and is on board with me through social media. My social media links will be in the description. If you want to check out my other videos, I've got an introduction to the channel explaining what this channel is going to be, especially this year, 2019, new year. Explains everything I'm going to be talking about on the channel. And my yesterday's video, I was talking about the 2019 most movies I'm looking forward to. I think it was a top 10 list with honourable mentions. Go ahead and check that out. There'll be a link in the description, or go ahead and check it out on the channel as well. But without further ado, we go straight into this video. I'll quickly go through them. I'm not going to go through a long amount of video. I don't want it to be too long of a video for you guys. But the first up is Luther, detective series with Idris Elba, one of my favourite actors. He is in this series, detective series. I do go ahead and recommend it because they've got a new series that's coming out on BBC on New Year's Day, if I remember rightly, yesterday, and I'm definitely going to have to watch it because I've not watched it yet. Riverdale is a teen drama series on Netflix. The latest season hasn't been as great as the last ones, but I do think they're going to pick it up after the last couple of episodes have been quite good. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Riverdale, and I do recommend you, if you're into that sort of teen drama stuff, to go ahead and watch it because I'm invested in the characters. Another great series of last year's 2018, which really blew me out of the way, out of the park. Really, it done really well for itself, was just Sabrina. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, obviously rebooted. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, if I remember rightly what it's called. Done really well for itself, surprised a lot of people. It took a dark, supernatural way of Sabrina and told a really great story, got me invested. And it done a new episode on Christmas, if I remember rightly, or Christmas Eve, and done really well for itself. I think even if you're not a fan of Sabrina, the whole witch stuff, I think you would generally enjoy this series. The next up is probably the horror series I recommend most. It is The Haunting of Hill House. Now this is based on a whole family telling the story. I got mostly invested in the characters and invested in the story, and I do recommend you go and watch it on Netflix. This is, as I said, this is probably the best horror series. If you're looking for a supernatural, make you jump sort of thing, this is what you're looking for. Now, it weren't scary like, oh my god, I can't sleep, but it was scary, it made you jump at times, and it done what a horror should do. Some parts actually is quite disturbing, if I'm honest, but yeah, The Haunting of Hill House is definitely a must watch. Next up, we have two Marvel series which I put together. I thought they should be on the same sort of thing. It is The Punisher and Daredevil. Now Daredevil's got 3 seasons, Punisher's got 1, a new one coming out soon. The latest one of Daredevil's only just came out. I've recently watched it. Really good series, probably the best series of Daredevil, if I'm honest. And The Punisher's first season was amazing as well. Looking forward to seeing what they do in season 2, sorry. And these two are great two superheroes, obviously, one being the revenge character, one being the Save Hell's Kitchen, the top superhero. Both of these also interacted in one of the seasons. I can't remember, I think it was on Daredevil seasons. On season 2 of Daredevil. So you don't want to miss these. These are 2 great Netflix series. I don't think Daredevil's actually connected to Netflix anymore. I think Punisher still is. I think it probably will be cancelled soon from Netflix, but I think they're going to find a way to still use these characters because the actor of Daredevil and the actor of Punisher are just amazing, and they need to find a way to carry on with these series because they're both great series. Next up, we have Stranger Things. Now, Stranger Things is a very different series. It is sort of a retro-style sci-fi horror. And it's got a group of kids, and it's got a great story. I was very surprised when I first watched season 1. I didn't think it was going to be great, and a lot of people were talking a lot of good things about it. And I sat there and watched it, and I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. And I sat there and watched it, and I was like, do you know what? This is really good. I definitely recommend it to anybody. And season 2 was just as good as the first season, in my personal opinion. And season 3 has been announced for July the 4th. Definitely going to watch that. And yeah, it's just, I just don't want to give too much away about it, really, because it's just a top series, really. One of probably the most talked about series of late, really. Another horror series called American Horror Story. American Horror Story, I've only seen season 1 so far, but what I've seen in season 1 is very weird, very invested really in this story, because the characters are very weird and very horror-like, obviously. And yeah, it's very unpredictable sometimes, this series, and I like that. I like what's going to happen next. I do love that feel, and that's what this series brings. And what I'm hearing about, there's a lot of actresses and actors that come up in these later series that are quite big actors and actresses, and apparently it gets a lot better going forth. And there's new stories in each series. It's not just one series, next. It's all different stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in this next coming series of American Horror Story. I do know that's on Netflix as well, if you want to go ahead and check that out. The Walking Dead. I'm big fan of The Walking Dead. I've been a supporter of it even through its hardest times. Still going to stick with it. The Walking Dead is a great series. Obviously a zombie apocalypse series if you want to go ahead and watch it. Recent, it's been more about the group in general. Gangs of groups are fighting to try and survive in this hard times. But the first couple of series are probably the best. I do like that they've introduced a great new character called Negan. He's badass. You've probably seen him all over YouTube. Even if you're not a Walking Dead fan, he's just a great character in general. I do recommend you go ahead and watch them. I'm hoping that when it comes back out in February, it continues doing so well, because the latest season's been really good of The Walking Dead. Next up, we have Titans Season 1. At the moment, there's only one season. I've only watched the first 3 episodes, I think, of this series. Really invested in it. Robin's a badass. Finally, like Batman, it's always made him this cute little character beside Batman. It's never been as good. He's a badass finally in this series. Teen Titans, if you watched as a kid like I did, I was a massive fan. I'm gutted that Cyborg isn't in this series so far. I've only watched the first 3 episodes though. He could come into it, I don't know. Obviously I've not seen spoilers. I'm trying to stick away from spoilers. But apparently this season was really good. Apparently it's been ranked with Daredevil, the best Marvel series. So I'm looking forward to seeing what goes on in Titans, and I definitely do recommend what I've seen so far. My favourite DC series, so far right now is The Flash. The Flash is that sort of series that let's go and save the day, all happy sort of series. Obviously bad things happen, and you're going to see the rise of Flash as a character because he has to go through hard times. That's all the interesting part. Season 1 is probably the best season of The Flash. It is amazing. The whole Reverse Flash series. Then you have a better villain in the next coming series, called Zoom. There's all different bad guys basically in every series, and it just gets really good. They've had one okay season, sort of fell off a little bit, but they got back onto it with this latest season, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in The Flash. If you're into that sort of dark character, sort of like the Batman sort of character, a bit darker, Arrow's probably more your series. That's just what I think anyway. But I'm more sort of the light-hearted, let's save the day sort of thing, like a Spider-Man sort of thing, like a Captain America, like a Superman. That's sort of me. So I'm more towards The Flash. Next up, we have another series, a superhero series called Gotham. Obviously, Gotham, as we know, as the Batman location, city, or whatever, Gotham City. But Gotham is not what you're expecting. So if you haven't seen this, don't go in expecting to see Batman. Don't go in expecting to see the evil side, like the Joker being the full Joker, you know it. This is about how Bruce Wayne is a kid and grows into the character of becoming Batman. Now, there's 4 seasons so far. You've got the last series that's been announced. It's going to end after this series, season 5, which is coming out this year. Basically, you see the rise of the villains becoming who they really are, which we know of them as, and you see the rise of Bruce Wayne as well, and you see Alfred as well go through some struggles, and you get to see all the characters develop, and that is what's so cool about this series. And I do recommend it, because if you're a massive Batman fan, you definitely want to see this. This is just something different. So don't go in expecting the world, because you're not going to get it. Go in expecting a really decent series, a build-up of characters. That's what I want to recommend to you guys, because this is a very good thing. This actually got me hooked, and I stopped playing FIFA to watch this. Season 4 was amazing. Season 1 was good as well. Seasons 2 and 3 were okay, and Season 5 looks amazing as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. They've got to smash it out of the park because it's the last season. So, yeah. Another series is 13 Reasons Why. 13 Reasons Why is a young teen drama about a girl who goes through high school, struggles, commits suicide but records her life, her problems on tape. And the guy who gets these tapes was a friend of hers. And you get all the dark secrets and stuff like this through the series. It's a very good series. Season 1 was amazing. Season 2 so far, what I've seen of it, I haven't watched it all, has been okay. Not as good as the first season, but I do recommend it. If you're after something different on Netflix, I do recommend it. Next up we have Game of Thrones. I ain't up to date on this. I'm only on season 2, I'm ashamed to admit. But I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing so far. A lot of people definitely recommend it. The last season's been announced of that as well. This year, so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in Game of Thrones. Sorry about that. So Game of Thrones, yep, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what happens in the coming episodes because I've got to catch up big time. And next we have Frontier. Frontier is a series about like pirates and the old battleships, all that sort of stuff. I've only seen 2 episodes. Now this is a bold statement to make, even though I've only seen 2 episodes. Now, Frontier has got Jason Momoa, who plays Aquaman in the new Justice League and all that sort of in the Aquaman film. He's a great actor. I really do like him. He brings a good screen presence, and in this, he's badass as well. So far, the first 2 episodes I've seen are really good, and I do recommend it because it's something different. If you like that sort of stuff, of pirates and stuff like that, this is definitely going to be your sort of thing. So yeah, I've had to add it in here definitely. The next series I'm going to talk about is Reign. Not rain that pours on your head, more like a reign of a king and a queen. This is about kings, princesses and queens and all that sort of stuff. How they're going to keep their reign, how they're going to keep on their status. And a lot of bad things happen. There's actually some supernatural aspects to this series as well. It's a mixture of things. This was introduced by my partner on Netflix. They've got so many series. I'm not fully up to date with this either. But what I've seen of it is actually quite cool. It's got me emotionally invested in some of the characters. And it is very different. If you're sitting there one night and you've got nothing to watch and you might want to give something else a try, Reign will probably be the one for you. Another Netflix series which is great is End of the Fucking World. The End of the Fucking World, yes, that's right, that's what it's called. It is a very unique, different series. It is 2 characters, a young boy and a young girl. The boy is fantasised by this young girl, and they both don't belong together, but they satisfyingly should be together. It's very weird how to suggest this to you guys, because this series is very weird but weirdly satisfying. So if you want something different, again, if you want something different to watch The End of the Fucking World. If you guys have watched it, you know what I'm on about. This series is amazing. Next up we have Scream, another Netflix series. Season 1 was amazing. Season 2 was okay. They stopped making them, which I'm gutted about because I really do like the Scream franchise. The Scream series was just as good in my personal opinion, especially season 1. I really enjoyed it. I'm hoping they reboot it and re-bring it back out because Scream was really good. If you're into that sort of slasher stuff, you're definitely going to enjoy this. Next up we have You. Now You is a series about a guy that's fantasising over this girl and he has to have her in his life. He does everything possible to bring her into his life. A lot of bad stuff happens, a lot of good stuff happens. This is an amazing series. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. It's probably one of the surprises of last year. Again, me and my partner sit there and binge watch the whole of this series, and we're fully up to date and we want a second season. That's how good it is. Next up we have The Vampire Diaries and The Originals. They're both different series, but I include them both because the originals should have been brought out first, but they brought out the Vampire Diaries first and then brought out the originals basically. Vampire Diaries is about vampires, werewolves, all that sort of thing. It's a teen drama sort of thing, and I do recommend it because it does get you emotionally invested. I'm invested in Damon Salvatore from the Vampire Diaries, and the originals I'm interested in Klaus Michelson. I'm interested in both of them sort of dark characters. They're both very cool. And yeah, they're both very good series. They've got a lot of seasons. I think Vampire Diaries got a lot of seasons. Originals only got 2 or 3 seasons, if I remember rightly. And it leads on to the next season, which I'm going to be talking about, which is called Legacies. Now, Legacies has got some of the characters from both of them series, and it's about a school of witches, vampires, and werewolves, etc. Basically making a school of community, basically of all of them together, how they can live together and stuff, and they're trying to do good, but a lot of bad things happen, a lot of people turn up and stuff. Don't want to reveal too much, but season 1 is out of that. They're on a mid-season break, I think, and what I've seen so far is really good. Left on a cliffhanger, but yeah. Next up we've got Supernatural, and I wanted to add Grimm in as well. Both of them two I wasn't going to add on to the list, but I just decided to because I've got enough time to. And yeah, they're both good series. I'm not fully up to date on both of them either, but they're both good supernatural sort of stuff. As you can see, a lot of mine sort of stuff is either superhero or supernatural stuff because that's what I'm into really. But these are all stuff I recommend for you guys anyway. But if I've missed anything, let me know in the comment section down below, please, guys. Let me know if you agree or disagree. We're going to have disagreements, but let's be friendly. And let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to also subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload. And I'll see you next time on Talking with Jay Springett.